Hey everybody, it's Matt from You and Your Horror Movies, and welcome to my end of the month haul for my Horror DVD Blu-ray and 4K pickups for the month of February. Now, I just want to apologize ahead of time. I have been sick for the past 2 weeks. This thing is not getting out of my system. It's slowly expelling itself, but it's hard to talk. I cough and cough. I don't smoke. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. I just had this super bug. And I'm getting close to the end of, being normal. So again, if I apologize ahead of time for coughing and again, these weird little, how do I call it? It's almost like a stomach spasm that makes it hard to talk. And I kind of slow my words down. It's because of that stupid bug. It's annoying. I can't wait for it to get out of my system. I've been chugging water left and right. My God. Smart water has been my friend. No plug there. But anyway, let's get on with the haul because that's what everyone wants to see. Now, I have no DVDs to show off. I did not find any to pick up, which is surprising, but it happens. And I have no box sets. So, all Blu-rays and 4Ks. All right, the first one is through Creator VC. If you're familiar with the In Search of Darkness movies, documentaries, they did another one called Aliens Expanded. So if you're a big Aliens fan, this is a must-own. Again, I'm not in my movie room because when I'm doing this, coughing spasm, standing up makes it worse. So sitting down, I go back and forth. But it's got the cool side loader. It's got a booklet inside. So I think this thing is loaded with alien knowledge. So if you're a big fan of documentaries, if you're a big fan of aliens and aliens movies, definitely check this out. You can get on their website still through Creator VC. And it's on sale. So definitely get it, especially if you're a fan of like In Search of Darkness and all that fun stuff. Next up, gotta apologize, is called Beazle. This is a cool like witch movie. I like how it takes place in different time zones, like different decades. You get one in the 80s, one in the 70s, present time. Pretty much the evolution of this evil witch in this house. I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. Put this out. Epic Pictures. So yeah, get this right on Amazon. So if you like that kind of stuff, the first one surprised me because it takes place in the 70s. You get a guy doing a documentary series on this whole thing. Gory. I was like, whoa, they gave me a twist. And then, of course, they went to the next decade. I'm like, all right. I like how they played this off. So I definitely recommend checking out Beazle, guys. Especially like witch-type movies. Upgrade. I found the Blob 4K with slip. So that's a definitely must. I was at Barnes & Noble. They had it on there with the slip, but they had all the fucking stickers on it. I couldn't do it. Because all those stickers are on the slipcover. So, I found a copy on eBay for a real good price. I love the Blob. So it's a big upgrade from the Blu-ray. Another upgrade, we have Bug on 4K. I don't think I ever had a Blu-ray. I had it on DVD. And it's that whole paranoia film. Which is not really insect bugs, but paranoia, how it plays off. Really cool flick. So I definitely recommend checking out Bug, guys. It will drive you buggy. Through Vinegar Syndrome, we have The Carpenter. I almost bought the DVD, and glad I held off, because all of a sudden, Vinegar Syndrome puts out this slasher. So yeah, can't wait to check it out finally. I have never seen this movie. I know. A lot of people have seen it. They said they like it a lot. Wings Hauser is pretty good in this movie. So, yeah, Wings Hauser. Killer Carpenter. Can't wait to dive into that one. I'll probably watch that very soon. Next up, we have The Color Yellow. I just like that artwork. But I guess it has to deal with like I don't know if it's a demon or something where this woman sees yellow and this creature or this demon is after her, and it has to do with the color yellow. Also, if she sees the color, this could come out after her. So, again, this is put out by Octane Pictures, and guys, give it a check. This was a blind buy. If anybody's seen this one, guys, let me know. The Color Yellow. Man, that would suck if you have to pee. All right, next up is a big upgrade from the Arrow Blu-ray. We get the Arrow 4K of Cruisin' with Al Pacino. This is a big, thick edition put up by Arrow, and pretty much got this cool blank box cover, and inside you have, of course, you have Cruisin' right there. Yeah, this Pacino as a serial killer, so it definitely fits in the horror genre. Got the poster that it comes with, so I'll keep that right in there. And a cool booklet put up by Arrow, and it's got some cool pics and stuff and the story and all that goodness. So yeah, that'll be a great upgrade. I can get rid of my Blu-ray of Cruisin', and now I got the big thick 4K edition, which I thought was kind of neat. I found it at Barnes & Noble for a real good price, and it was on sale. And I had the discount codes and everything, so I got it even cheaper than Amazon. And it was already here, so I know it wasn't in damaged condition. So, Cruisin' with Pacino. That sounds like a cool TV show, Cruisin' with Pacino. All right, next up, we have a documentary called Dinner with Leatherface, with, you know, the great R.I.P. to excuse me, Gunnar Hansen, and that's all I'll talk about with him, working with him on the different sets, and I guess with other movies. It's got like Bruce Campbell in there, Debbie Rochon, Barbara Crampton, John Duggan, and a bunch of others like Tiffany Shepis, Ed Neal, Leanna Quigley. So I can't wait to watch this documentary. So gotta add more cool docs to the collection. So now we got some Dinner with Leatherface. Yeah, I actually might watch this one tonight. I'm a big documentary fan, so we'll see. Got some fantasy. This is like I think this is, yep, this is Asylum, put out by the Sci-Fi Channel movies, and you know the artwork doesn't really fit the damn Blu-ray. I don't know why it does that, but we're talking about Dragon Crusaders. So of course, we're adding some dragons into the mix. Again, this reminds me of Saturday nights watching on the Sci-Fi Channel. So we'll see how this plays off. It's probably bad. But again, this was super cheap on Amazon. So fantasy mix, you know, we got some dragons, hopefully burning people and eating people in this. So Dragon Crusaders from the Asylum Sci-Fi Channel movie. If anybody's seen it, guys, let me know down below. Next up, we have Elevation. This one's a fun movie. This has Anthony Mackie, you know, who plays, well, it wasn't Falcon. Now he's the new Captain America. They pretty much about aliens that come up, and they can only go to a certain part of the elevation. And of course, these people all live in the mountains, and Mackie's kid gets very sick. He needs special filters for his oxygen device. So he has to travel back down below to get these filters. And of course, he has a couple people come along with them, and they have to figure out why these creatures can only go up at a certain level, and these things are killing machines. If you know what I'm talking about, there you go. Yeah, this was actually a pretty fun movie. I actually enjoyed this one. It's got some cool action. The creatures look pretty badass. So yeah, if you like creature features, I definitely recommend checking out Elevation. Some anime I've been finally adding to the collection. That's fantasy style. Good old Fire and Ice. I watched this as a kid. I love the animation to it. It's that 80s animation that's really well done. So I'm adding Fire and Ice to it. Next up, a little plastic off. It's a film I was surprised I did not own. I was going through the Frankenstein movies through Hammer, and I realized I didn't have Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed. So now I have it. And it was like $12 on Amazon, so I figured grab it now before, it goes out of print, or who knows, Kino will probably re-release it again. This wasn't put out by Kino though. This was put out by Warner Brothers, so we'll see. So Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed is finally being added to the collection. Next up is a double-sided film put out by Petroglyph Media. It's a new movie company, and this one is Funeral Sinestro, and the other side is Trianguloid de Oro, if I said that even correct. We got some Spanish, Latin American horror films here. It's full slip. Here's your two-side film, and then there's your movies. I guess the Trianguloid is more of like a Indiana Jones ripoff style, but it's got like killer plants. There's some zombies in there. Kids get melted. I was watching the trailer on it. I'm like, yeah, I gotta pick this up. And the funeral one looks pretty cool as well. So yeah, this is put up by, again, Petroglyph Media. It's a new company. This is their first release. Haven't watched it yet, but that slip cover is pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of that Vinegar Syndrome style. So yeah, some new Latin American horror. Next up, Upgrade, Galaxy of Terror. Gotta do it. This movie's awesome. It's got a lot of cool cameos in here. Like Robert Englund in there, Sid Haig. What was that? Anyway, the whole, this planet feeds on your fears. A lot of cool shit. So another Blu-ray upgraded. Next we have is The Gift on 4K, put out by Scream Factory. And this is a blind release for me. It's cool. I guess it's directed by Sam Raimi. It's got Keanu Reeves, Kate Blanchett in there, Katie Holmes, Hilary Swank is in here. It's got a big lineup, and it just sounds really neat how she has these special gifts. And yeah, we'll give it a shot. If anybody sees this one, guys, let me know. Next up is a Horror Pack exclusive, number 96. And that is called The Girl Who Cried Her Eyes Out. Again, this sounds pretty interesting. I think it's like a Witch in the Woods type movie. So we'll see. Again, through Horror Pack. I actually went on their website, and they had some of the films also after, which you'll see again, another one in this update. And I figured I'll grab this one too. Next upgrade on 4K, Graveyard Shift. I love this movie. The whole rats in this like cotton mill. I love this artwork too. The original poster artwork. Stephen King's film. Excuse me. And like the giant rat in this movie, it's like a rat bat. Looks awesome. It's a very dirty film. Like, they're in this not abandoned, but then there's a giant textile mill. It's run down, it's dirty, and what this boss does. He's an asshole in this movie, but it plays perfect. Again, I watched this one so many times. I've owned the DVD, Blu-ray, now the 4K. Hopefully I'm done picking that movie up. Same with this movie. And that is Humanoids from the Deep, now on 4K, also known as Monster. Again, I had this on DVD, Blu-ray. I think I got the Steelbook, and now I got the 4K. I got rid of the Blu-ray. I'll keep the Steelbook. The Steelbook looks freaking cool. So, of course, Humanoids. I love Humanoids from the Deep. I wish the made-for-TV remake would get a better release. It's on DVD only. So hopefully someday we'll get that remake out. It's fun. Same with the Piranha one. But Humanoids from the Deep, classic creature feature, must own for everyone's horror collection. Next up, we have The Invisible Raptor. I laughed my ass off during this movie. I had so much fun watching it. It is cheesy. That security guard guy, he like quotes lines from other movies and they're all wrong and everyone's laughing at him. The cop, the sheriff, is from Office Space. I'm a big Office Space fan. And he was in Office Space as the jump to conclusions guy. And he actually mentions about jumping to conclusions in the movie. And I just chuckled, laughed. And my wife's looking at me going, that's the guy from Office Space with the jump to conclusions, Matt. And she's like, oh shit, now I get it. So yeah, Invisible Raptor, pretty much about an invisible raptor going around eating people and turning them into poop. Fun as hell. I definitely enjoyed it. Again, the comedy plays well in this, so I had a great time. This was definitely a must-own for my collection and a keeper. Next up is another upgrade from Vinegar Syndrome. I had it on DVD on Mondo Macabro. We have The Mansion of Madness. I think this is on 4. Is this 4K or is this Blu-ray? This is Blu-ray. So it's got the Spanish side, so. But I like this artwork too. So The Mansion of Madness. It's been a long time since I've watched this movie. So I'm going to want to rewatch. Again, that's a cool upgrade from the DVD. Yeah, if everybody else has seen this one, guys, let me know down in the comments down below your thoughts on The Mansion of Madness. Next up is a bootleg, and it's actually, it starts off really good, and then it kind of trickles down, but it's about a cool killer smart home, and it's called Margot. Pretty much about these new kids that are, they're all into being online. They're all happy, and they go to this smart house. The smart house can access their internet, their browsing history, except for one girl, because she doesn't do internet stuff at all. So the house is confused. But later on, we find out this house has a killer side to it, which it starts, picking off people in some cool ways. One way was kind of dumb, but like the first kill was awesome. Let's just say it involves those massage chairs that just keep on squeezing. So yeah, Margot, pretty cool killer smart house. Okay, another fantasy film. But this was Anchor Bay. I don't know if this was on Sci-Fi or not, but we're talking about Merlin and the Book of Beasts. So I think this was a Sci-Fi Channel film, but we'll see. Had to give it a watch. The trailer looked pretty cool. Again, this was like super cheap online to pick up. I figured, why not? We'll see how this plays off. If it sucks, well, it sucks. I didn't spend a lot of money on it. So if anybody's seen Merlin and the Book of Beasts, let me know. Again, I think that was a weird Sci-Fi Channel movie. Oh, man. Next up is a birthday gift I got from my friend Derek, Debougier86. And he bought me, for my birthday, Metamorphosis. This is the Shudder film. It's a Shudder original. So I can't wait to check this Asian horror film out. It has to do like possession and shit. He knows me, I like my Asian horror as well. I know he's a big fan of Asian horror too. So, Metamorphosis, let me know, guys, if you've seen this one. Next up, through Film Masters, we have, I think this is Roger Corman's, maybe his first movie, called Monster from the Ocean Floor. Got its own cool solo release. I know, I never had it on DVD. It had another movie with it. So, figured, I'm just going to grab the Blu-ray. And maybe down the road they'll release that movie on Blu-ray. We'll see. But yeah, Monster on the Ocean Floor. Oh, I can't wait to check this one out. Good old school Roger Corman. So rest in peace, Roger Corman. All right, we got some indie with Mr. Buzzkill. This is a slasher, of course, about a guy who has a gas-powered buzzsaw. And he uses it on some people and kills other people, other cool different ways. This was a lot of fun. I think my favorite scene is the bong kill. He kills someone with a super bike, this long-ass bong. And looked pretty neat. So yeah, Mr. Buzzkill, this is put out by Concept Media. So you can get this on their website. So if you go to Concept Media and pick up this cool little indie slasher, I definitely recommend it, guys. It's fun. The director actually plays the killer in it. Next up, we have the new Nosferatu film on 4K. My wife and I just got done watching this today. We both really enjoyed it. It was very dark, very gothic style. I liked how it played off. Nosferatu, the character, looked really cool looking. He looked very old, very, I don't know, like he looked like he belonged in the Vikings. But he just looked, I liked the way he looked. The storyline was great. William Dafoe played a cool character. I liked his character in this as well. During the boat scene, it kind of reminded me of the movie The Last Voyage of the Demeter. That was a fun movie. But yeah, Nosferatu, definitely had a great time watching this. If you guys like this, let me know in the comments. If you didn't, let me know as well. I'd like to know what you think of that movie. Skarsgård did a great job playing the character. Okay, next up, through Vinegar Syndrome. This is through one of their partner labels called Nova Seed. I have no clue. This looks like a weird, fucked up anime type horror film, maybe. If everybody sees this one, guys, let me know. This was a complete blind buy. Is this put up by AGFA? No. I know it's through Vinegar Syndrome. So we'll see. On that, we got some weird, interesting anime style cartoon with Nova Seed. Just that title alone sounds pretty badass. Okay, we have another one through Octane Pictures called Painted in Blood. Doesn't that look like Chatter from Hellraiser right there? I thought he had his own movie. I'm like, wait, what? But this looks pretty interesting about this security guard who's an artist. And I guess, I don't know if he finds the artwork or he somehow obtains it. But he starts getting, like, I don't know if he gets possessed by this thing that's telling him to paint with blood and everything. So we'll see. Have to watch it. But it looks pretty cool. The trailer looked interesting. So painted with blood? Painted in blood. Yeah, if everybody's seen it, guys, let me know. All right, another blind buy put up by Vinegar Syndrome called The Possession of Joel Daney. I really don't know anything about this one. I guess it's a possession film on 4K. There's the reverse cover art right there. And this is, again, this is complete new to me. Got the booklet in there and everything. So if you guys have seen this one, let me know in the comments. Is it worth it or not? All right, the next is a fun creature feature. Well, it's more of a genetically engineered dog movie called Project Silence. and it's a South Korean. Now, when I opened it up, I was like, uh-oh, because I thought they sent me a Region B Blu-ray because it's got the shit on there. But no, this is region free. It played on my 4K player, no problem. And again, you can watch it in English dubbing, or it's in South Korean, it's in Dutch. It's like a whole bunch of different languages. But I watched it in the dubbing. The dubbing wasn't bad, which is usually a weird thing because usually the dubbing is real bad. But they are dogs that are made by the government pretty much to track down and hunt specific targets. Well, they get stuck on a bridge during a big fog, and there's a car crash, there's a car pileup, and of course, now we got part of the bridge collapsing, and on the other side, there's explosions. So these people are stuck on this bridge, and of course, the dogs are loose, and they start going after people. Again, I had a good time with it. It was fun. The dogs are weird CGI'd, but the dogs looked menacing. The big main one was pretty badass. Like, you can kind of see the emotions from the dog. So yeah, definitely check out Project Silence. All right, next up, got a little soda here. So I ran out of water. I had to get some more water. All right, this is put up by Marcus Cook. I actually had the DVD, so this is a big upgrade. And I almost bought the regular Blu-ray that he released, but then Vinegar Syndrome, to their partner label, put out theirs. So I'm like, fuck, I'm grabbing that one. I'm glad I didn't buy the Blu-ray of Rot. Rot is a punk film, very gory. There's the other artwork for Rot, and it's got other artwork inside. It's like almost like a shot on video about, you know, these punks, you know, self-mutilation and beating each other up and a whole bunch of other shit going on, especially between the main couple. So yeah, Rot is pretty rotting. It's fun. So I'm glad a cool upgrade of my DVD, so I can say goodbye to the DVD. All right, so here's the other horror pack that was on their website, because I've been looking for it, and it's never on eBay. eBay. Wow, I can't talk. So I finally said, you know, let's check out their website, because it's not popping up, and lo and behold, it was. It's one of their signed editions, number 100, and that's called Spooked. And it's got a little autograph up there in the top. So I'm going to save this one for Halloween or October. Probably save it for a 31 Days of Horror challenge. So I'll sit down and wait. If anybody's seen it, guys, let me know. It's kind of got that cool Halloween vibe to it. Especially the front there with the hand holding that teddy bear thing. So yeah, it's one of their limited editions. So if you want to get this film, go on Horror Pack website. Go to their store and go through their exclusives. This was on there. Next up, through Scream Factory, we got Sword and the Sorcerer. I watched this the other day when I was sick, and I wanted more sorcery. It's a fun film. Like Mole there, Richard Mole, rest in peace. He plays the sorcerer. And it's got that cool makeup and everything. He looks pretty fucking badass. But he's not in it long. I was like, oh, I wanted more sorcery. And the guy's got this cool tri-sword. And he can launch the two different ends of the sword. It's got that cool, fun vibe. But it sticks more with the, more to the sword. But I had a fun time with it. The whole king taking over, trying to kidnap the princess and all that shit. Torture her brother who wants to be the king. And of course, in the beginning, you know, we find out that this young kid who saw his parents murdered in front of him by this bad guy becomes a rebel, or he fights for the same kingdoms, but you gotta get paid. So yeah, it's kind of like a vigilante and whatnot. But again, fun film. Again, I wish there was more sorcery, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Next up, we have Turbulence on 4K. This is kind of like a action thriller on an airplane. Ray Liotta plays a serial killer, and of course, I haven't seen this in years. It's from the 90s. Pretty much, Ray Liotta's a serial killer, and there's another dude who is a prisoner. He's like a bank robber or something. They get aboard a plane, and of course, the robber, decides to kill some of the guards and, start causing ruckus. And Ray Liotta plays this cool, calm serial killer type character in the movie. Man, it's been a while. So yeah, terror in the skies. So we got some Turbulence. Oh man. Sorry about that. Next up we have VHS Beyond. This is the next in the VHS anthology series. We watched this on Shudder. And yeah, we both liked it, my wife and I. It's got some cool stories. This has to deal with, the more the sci-fi aspect, the alien abductions, alien creatures, the government, all that shit getting involved. There's one that it didn't really make sense. It's like how they find the footage. Guess she boards a spaceship, and she gets flown in the air. And of course, she's not strapped to anything, and she gets fucking mutilated. Like, how did that turn back to surface? The whole found footage. But I had a good time with this one. It's fun. With next in line with the VHS films. Usually they get kind of bad later on, but this one actually turned out decent. The cop one was pretty cool, where they're investigating murders. One cop, his wife was murdered. They track down the killer, and there's more. I don't want to really ruin it, but there's other people involved, like a cult, but it's not a cult, it's something else. And we get to see other cool shit happening through the body cams and everything. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, guys, if you like the VHS movies, highly recommend checking that out. And last, for the update, well, surprised I haven't gotten to a really big coughing spasm, but knock on wood, so far we have White Cannibal Queen. This is put out by Vinegar Syndrome. Another one I have not seen. The other side is reversed, and it's in Spanish, I think it is. So yeah, Le Dea Cannibali, or Italian. Yeah, you let me know. So I don't want to reverse it because I'll be like, what the hell does that mean? So we got some more cannibal women in the jungle films. Again, it's a complete blind buy. So if anybody's seen this one, guys, let me know your thoughts on this film of White Cannibal Queen. All right, guys, that is it for my haul. For pretty much my horror Blu-ray and 4K pickups. Again, there was no DVDs. Didn't find any this month. It's a short month, but it is what it is. If you stayed this long, thank you. Sorry again for some of the coughing and the sniffling and sneezing. Still trying to get over this fucking cold. Ugh. It's annoying. Don't get sick. It sucks. But anyway, again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on these films, the ones I've seen and you haven't, or you have and I have not seen. And again, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And thank you for the comments. I like reading all the comments and responding to them. Again, I would have put out more videos, but got knocked on my ass. So hopefully pretty soon I'm going to start putting out some more putting out some more videos for you guys. I got some more lined up for the DVDs that should be on Blu-ray or upgraded, because there's a bunch out there that definitely needs the light of day, because, come on, it's 2025. Where are they? All right, guys. Again, thank you very much for watching. And again, thank you much for enjoying my stuff, and stay tuned for more. Again, stay safe and stay warm. Peace.